Hey y'all, Happy New Year again. It's January 8th. It's Friday. We're over at Rich's place. This is my car. We took the body work off, the nose and the sides anyway. Got her out the trailer, got the body work off, and got the wheels and stuff off, as you saw in another video. So we start setting up the ground height, right, of the other car. What I'm doing today is I need to take some measurements of the shoulder length of these spindles to where the thread starts, the total length, all that kind of stuff. I'm thinking about replacing these. I actually have a new set of spindles, but it doesn't have the Kelgate brake stuff on it. Obviously doesn't have all the gussets on. Tell you the truth, it'd almost be easier just to cut the stub axle off and replace the stub axle. We're making, and I'll bring you this, we're making a little fixture. Thanks Ed McClone, our buddy Ed down in Lawrenceville, Georgia. He builds a bunch of dirt carts for dirt manufacturers. He's actually the fabricator that makes the chassis for multiple different manufacturers. Kind of like one Italian factory makes 5 different Italian carts, right, in the same building. Kind of the same thing, more on a small dirt track kind of level. But hey, Ed, what's up? Thanks for the info. We've been spending a bunch of time talking with Ed. Talking with, sending an email back and forth to folks up in New York at Performance Manufacturing that make a bunch of components for dirt carts and go-karts in general, for chassis and stuff, spindles and stuff. So we've been looking into doing the adjustable caster camber, the caster plate with the L bracket, right, and the Heim joint and all that. What we found is we really can't get our brake hub over top of that thing. I think, especially with what we got going on, this car, it might work because of the amount of chassis we have here. On the Emic, this tube kicks way out. This front axle tube goes further backwards, and the kingpins are literally back here, back from the intersection here. So to get, we really have to bring it in, which would make the wheelbase even longer. On a Daytona car, not going to hurt us, you know, but we'll lose that weight jacking ability that we have with this kind of setup here. So we'll come over today just to get some measurements and write them down on our little list here. And just to make sure that if we buy one type of spindle with a certain amount of shoulder between the detent or the edge here and the thread, with the total length and everything, will it work for all the spindles that we want to rebuild? And so that's what we're doing. We're hanging out. It's cold, folks. It's cold out here. You see your breath. So that's what we're doing here. We'll take a couple measurements. We'll write the stuff down and we'll cover this back up. Was out in the garage messing around just a little bit, making sure we had our measurements right with the other sets of spindles, and we noticed that the true Emic spindles on the chassis that brother Kenny gave us, that he cut in half, and well, he cut the rear end off, that we were going to make a sprint cart out of for the little niece and nephew next door, a little yard cart, something they could run around a parking lot on. Still an Emic Enduro cart, and it has a true Emic spindle from their factory, is quite a bit different than the ones that are on the newer Emic that we're making the Daytona cart out of. Those stub axles are a lot shorter for some reason, and I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. So we're going to go with what we know. What we don't want is hub bearings riding on the threaded portion of the stub axle, because if it's threaded, it's like a treaded tire. You got less rubber touching the road. You got less metal making contact with the bearing. It'll end up wearing out sooner, and we don't want that. So that's what I'm doing over here today. Just a quick little video out here in the darkness of Richie's garage. He just got home from work, so I'm going to take my measurements and then go in and talk with him a little bit while he eats his Buscemi's pizza. So we got a few new subscribers here, and talked to a guy on Facebook. I'm not good with names. I'm good with nicknames, but not names. I think his name's Steve. So if that's the case, if it's not your name, I'm going to call you Steve. How's that? So that's it. Hang in there, y'all. We're praying for you as things get crazy out there. We tend to just pray even more and lean on God even more. It'll get better, or it won't. But we're playing with go-karts. Talk to y'all.